Hello, I'm Mary V. Today, let's talk about the left thumb and the left forefinger. So, I think a lot of us don't really think about our thumb very much, but I saw recently some advice given on YouTube about where to place the thumb if you have a small hand and a short fourth finger. And it was to put the thumb sort of opposite the fourth finger. Now, that may feel temporarily quite strengthening for the fourth finger, but I wouldn't advocate that. I don't think it's a very good idea, and let me tell you why. So I think the best place for the thumb is where it goes naturally in the hand, which is really sort of more or less parallel to the first finger. It can come forward a little bit more. If that's natural to you, that's fine. So, but if you do have a small hand and you were to do that, right, you're actually engaging the large muscle here, just under the thumb, and that puts a lot of strain on this part of the hand. So it really cancels out any advantage, temporary advantage you may feel from putting it opposite the fourth finger. The other way to strengthen the fourth finger is really to put it close to the third finger to make it feel strong. So I would advocate these kind of exercises to get your fourth finger moving. Now, the purpose of those exercises is to use the third finger to bolster the movement of the fourth finger so you can get it working in a really advantageous way. And by far the best way to do it is to use your third finger as the sort of support for the fourth finger. So the other two fingers, they're not involved at all at this point, which is a really good thing because there's no strain on the rest of the hand having to stay back, the fourth finger having to stretch out. And notice that the fourth finger is working perfectly, it's curved, and the movement is coming from here. The fourth finger is just going up and down from the knuckle. That's a perfect way to strengthen up the fourth finger, just that, right? Without the need for stretching, without the need for anything else. And that's something that you could do every day. And when your fourth finger is a little bit stronger, you can go to a whole tone instead of a semitone. It shows your fourth finger what a nice action feels like, instead of this straight the thing that most people encounter is the rigid, straight fourth finger that can hardly move and do anything, can't hardly go up and down. Okay, so giving it a chance to learn what it feels like is an excellent idea because it's the rest of the fingers that are able to adjust more than the fourth finger can. So back to the thumb and what the thumb is doing. They need to, if you're in first position, the thumb and the first finger kind of need to stay in place. Because if it wasn't for that, we'd be able to bunch our whole fingers up together and play a lovely supported fourth finger all the time, but we can't do that. The first finger has got to stay in place. But there is a little pivot that you can do with the first finger, if you can see that. It's always connected, but the first finger pivoting for someone with very small hands allows the fourth finger to really get to where it needs to go. So I'm pivoting, really. I'm using my wrist, but I'm using my first finger as well to sort of pivot like that. So you can actually see quite a lot of that with my playing, and that helps me. I spent ages trying to get rid of my first finger sticking out like that until I analysed it. And I realised how helpful it is for people with small hands to be able to sort of pivot using their first finger without losing where they are on the fingerboard for first position or any position that they're in. So there's a little bit of working out here to do. I mean, there are so many moving parts to why your hand may not be stretching, or why you might be clutching too tightly, or you're not allowing your first finger to pivot or your wrist to move in a little bit to help your fourth finger with stretches. See, both my first finger and my wrist are actually helping my fourth finger here. And have a look at some of my other videos showing how to, technically, how to start with the fourth finger and move backwards, right? So that you can help yourself to be able to play without pain using your fourth finger and without pain using your thumb as well. So I hope that helps a bit for you to examine what's going on with your left hand. We all have various things going on, different things, and it might be a different thing next week as it is this week. You know, once you sort something out, maybe something else will crop up. So you need to sort of take a good look at it, film yourself, have a look in a mirror, slow down a bit and have a look, because it's really the key to progress, is to letting go of these tensions and squeezings and all these things. They really stop us. And we've got to know a little bit of technical knowledge to be able to help us along the way. So anyway, I'll leave it there and I'll say bye-bye for now. Bye.